Hi, it's Wendy Hernandez with Command the Courtroom, and in today's video I want to talk with you about crazy is as crazy does. The reason I want to talk crazy with you today is because I want to remind you, if you're going through a family law case, whether it's a divorce case or a child custody case or a spousal maintenance case or some other type of case, you have to remember that all eyes are on you. You are under the microscope. And if you end up in the courtroom or you end up going to a trial or an evidentiary hearing and you have done something to act crazy, expect that to be Exhibit A or Exhibit 1 in the evidence against you. Now, this seems like common sense, doesn't it? When you're going through a family court battle, you should be on your best behavior. It does seem like common sense, but I don't understand why I see so many people who are going through cases who are acting crazy. So I just want to give you a couple of examples. Right now I'm going through a child support case with a client. I'm representing the father of the child, and mother is angry because at one of the earlier hearings, the results came out more in favor of father than they did for her. So now what she has done is she's gone on a campaign to smear my client, and she's contacted the IRS. She's contacted the local sheriff's department, including the head sheriff, which is Sheriff Joe Arpaio. I don't know if anybody out there has heard of Sheriff Joe, but he's notorious for punishing deadbeat dads, and my client's not one of them, but she's contacted Sheriff Joe anyway. She has gotten in touch with the Department of Veteran Affairs in Washington, D.C., and she is going around to every agency and person who will listen to try to get my client in trouble. And the fact of the matter is my client's doing everything that he should be doing. So when we go to trial and we present our evidence to the court, you can bet we're going to present what this woman has been doing to the judge. And it's going to make her look even crazier. And that's probably not going to help her credibility. So that's example number one. Excuse me. So in another case I have, parties are not in agreement over whether a little boy should play baseball or not. And mother is not wanting him to play baseball as an extracurricular activity, and father does want the little boy to play baseball. So almost every time that the parties go to a baseball game, there is some sort of argument that ensues. And at one of the recent arguments, mother made a complete huge scene, screaming, reducing the little boy to tears. And as it turns out, somebody was filming this happening. So you can bet when we go to trial, that video is going to be Exhibit A or Exhibit 1 at trial, and it's not going to make mom look so good. Another example from my past is years ago, I had a client, and he was fighting for custody of his son. And the mother of the child was really disrespectful to my client, and she would call him horribly abusive and vulgar names. She would leave terrible voicemails on his phone, and she just wasn't that nice. Well, at some point my client started recording all of these terrible messages she was leaving him, and the exchanges where she was not so nice. And we used those at trial, and what ended up happening was the court ordered my client was going to have sole custody or sole decision making of the child because mother was not capable of co-parenting with him. So again, that came back to bite mother in the bottom. So the point is when you're going through a family law case, it's a good habit to get into being on your best behavior. But being on your best behavior shouldn't just be during the time that a court case is pending. It really should happen as you're before the case and after the case, especially if you and the other parent share children in common. Not being on your best behavior could come back to bite you down the road, but more importantly, it could affect the relationship that you have with the child in the future, and it could affect what your child thinks of you and your relationship with the other parent, and you're modeling what you want your child to act like when he or she gets older, and what the types of relationships that you want your child to have. So as you go through your case, remember, crazy is as crazy does. Please, please, please don't act crazy. Don't give the other side evidence that they can use against you to take your rights away or to compromise your rights. And before or after your case, remember to be on your best behavior. It's better for you and it's better for your family. So I hope this tip helped. If you want more of Command the Courtroom, be sure and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Give us a thumbs up, give us a thumbs down, and give me a comment. If you have a suggestion or a question that you'd like me to address in one of these videos, let me know. If I pick your question, I'll give you a shout out in one of the future videos. Also remember to like our Facebook page. I put the videos up there every week. and keep on trucking. Remember, I'm on your side when it matters most. Go out there and command the courtroom.